And new at 6 o'clock, we have a deal. Governor Gavin Newsom says he has reached an agreement to reform PAGA. That is a decades-old state law that allows employees to sue their employers over labor violations. Up until today, a measure to repeal PAGA was set to appear on the November election ballot. But now, as a result of the rare agreement between labor and business groups, this measure is coming off the ballot. 17's Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace joins us with a reaction from the governor and shares what this means for employees and employers alike.
Well, it is so rare to have business groups and labor groups praise same thing, but that is exactly what we have with this agreement to reform PAGA, an agreement both sides call a good deal and a big deal. Deal reached. Governor Gavin Newsom announcing he brokered an agreement between business and labor groups to reform the Private Attorneys General Act, also known as PAGA. Thank you. Passed by the legislature in 2003 and signed by then-Governor Gray Davis, the law allows employees to sue their employers for labor violations like unpaid wages, delayed payments, and meal penalties. Before PAGA was signed, labor code violations were handled by the California Labor Commissioner's Office. But as law professor Chris McCaley explains, PAGA changed that. The reason?
The Department of Labor was too short-staffed to address all of the alleged violations of the labor code. And so the idea is to allow private enforcement of California's labor.
In a nutshell is why PAGA was created. But since then, PAGA said while the law was well-intentioned, it resulted in attorneys taking advantage of the system, filing frivolous lawsuits against employers, and then keeping a portion of the settlement money that PAGA opponents said should really have been going to employees who've lost out on wages. And that's why PAGA opponents said they qualified a measure for the upcoming November ballot to repeal PAGA. But following weeks-long negotiations orchestrated by Governor Gavin Newsom between the Fix PAGA Coalition, business groups, and labor groups, an agreement has now been reached to remove the PAGA repeal ballot measure in exchange for a plan to reform PAGA. Included in that deal, a rule to limit penalties on employers accused of violations if they quickly take steps to fix policies and practices. The deal will also result in workers receiving 35% of the penalties paid out by their employer, which represents a 10% increase from what was previously in place. Finally, the deal includes court injunctive relief, which in essence requires businesses to enact or stop certain policies. Business and labor groups both praising the agreement.
We're happy it's been resolved, and we think it's been resolved in a way that is good for workers. It has all the components that we were looking for.
So we're really pleased with how things came out. Employees deserve to be properly paid. No one disputes that, including all the employers in our coalition. But we want to make sure that the result of that isn't some kind of shakedown lawsuit.
The deal also allows the state to expedite the hiring of more workers to address labor violation claims. In a statement, the governor said the deal will, quote, bring needed improvements to the system. This proposal maintains strong protections for workers, provides incentives for businesses to comply with labor laws, and reduces litigation.
We think it's always a good thing when businesses cure and fix their labor law violations and don't do it again so there aren't more victims.
The significance here is the fact that the governor, legislative leaders, labor, and the business community all came together and really fixed PAGA, and that's a tremendous achievement for all involved.
And this deal still needs final approval from the legislature, but as it already has support from the governor and legislative leaders, it is expected to pass. Reporting at the state capitol, Eitan Wallace, 17 News.